No, I'm pointing out hypocrisy. So, no, I'm not defending YouTube. Uh, I'm saying you also don't have the right to censor. You know, they wrote some software with features in it that allow censorship, and they gave some of those features to you, and you use them eagerly and with abandon. Oh, and there's a different scale. Hey, if the whole of YouTube was GaryTube, I would expect it to be run the same fucking way you run your dumbass channel. Okay, and people are I wasn't heckling. I didn't heckle you. I didn't heckle Fake Sagan, and you. You know, you're just making that shit up. And the fact is, you want free speech from. Well, guess what? Guess what? You want free speech from YouTube. Oh, they're so massive. They're not massive. They're not. They're nothing compared to the government. It's insignificant. The so-called censorship that YouTube can do. Oh, they can kick you off of their channels, and then you have to make your own website or go to another website. Big fucking deal. Oh, except for that, I agree that they should not be allowed to censor. I think that there should be a carrier clause, and if people don't want to get sued for all the content that gets communicated between their users, then they should not be able to censor. If they start to censor, then they should be liable for those $1 trillion of Viacom money because they're taking responsibility. That's my approach. It's called an approach based on whether you're a hypocrite or not. And you are a total hypocrite. You block people that were not heckling you. Fake Sagan certainly wasn't being heckled. And so, you know, that's just bullshit. And, you know, it is censorship. And you are talking about, oh, but people, we want to come where all the people are. Yeah, and so people want to comment in your videos. You have a lot of viewers. Why don't you, why isn't there a law saying you have to share them? You know, there is no law. And, oh, it's the brick and mortar world. Yeah, I know. And the laws work the same then. Now, if you are going to be a restrictive bastard in those small little insignificant areas where you have power, then you can't blame YouTube if in the global scale insignificance of their little world, they do the same thing. Or by your logic, I guess they could only, they could say, fuck you, and push the button of fuck you, the big fuck you button, if you ever say anything against them, which you do all the time. Uh, yeah, no, I don't want to live in a world where everything's made safe to 5-year-olds. But to do that, we have to endorse free speech, something you and Fake Sagan do not do at all. Okay? Yeah, it's not the same if you're Pol Pot and you kill, you know, thousands and thousands of people. Yeah, and that's not the same as if you're just Ted Bundy and kill, you know, a few dozen, or are just some guy and kills one person. Yeah, those are different scales. And right, if you're all on the loose, we'll prioritize the police to catch Pol Pot, I guess, first, huh? But that doesn't mean that it's right just to kill just one. And, you know, you are a censor. You know why censorship feels good. You know why you feel justified. And there's absolutely no fucking way you can say that the owners of YouTube can't feel the same way and use the same exact arguments that you're using. So, the fact that you can't understand that is really your problem, Gary. Totally your fucking problem.